Good afternoon. I am Nancy Thompson with CreateWithNancy.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator for 22 plus years, and I'm coming to you today live with some creative ink. And we are talking about Sale-A-Bration fun. So Sale-A-Bration is just a little over halfway done. So if you happen to be tuning in, come in and say hello. Let me know where you're from, if you're new to my channel, or are you visiting again. So I know I'm late. I've started late. I thought it just takes forever, right? But I've got lots of projects to share with you today. I come live every Wednesday at 3 p.m.-ish. And so if you're, there we go. I think we got some viewers. So hi Ann, welcome. I'm glad you made it. So we're talking Sale-A-Bration today. Okay, because Sale-A-Bration is almost over with, and there's a lot of great things to think about and to place your order soon so you get the best choice of the Sale-A-Bration items, okay? Because the Sale-A-Bration items are all while supplies last. So, and some of them have sold out, and then there's a few that just came back, but who knows for how long. So we're gonna get started, and hopefully more will join in as we get going, because it is hot out there. Hi Gail, welcome. It's a hot day here in Central New York, and I think it's going to be really hot for the next several days. So let's see here. Okay, I think that looks good. All right, so Sale-A-Bration. Yesterday they announced more Sale-A-Bration items, so that was a total surprise to us demonstrators. So it's kind of cool, and there's some really good things on the additional list of supplies. So I've got it posted on my website at CreateWithNancy.com. So you can check it out, download a flyer. I think you can download a flyer there. If not, I'll make sure it's added there, okay? Welcome, Linda and Kathy. I'm glad you guys are here. So let's look at this flyer. So in addition, so this is the original Sale-A-Bration brochure, and the Hippo dies and stamp set have been very popular, but who knows when they will sell out, okay? So they've been popular. And then we have this Rings of Love designer paper. It just came back in stock yesterday or today, one of the two. So if this is one of your choices and you've been waiting for it because it went out, and I didn't check online to see if there was something else there, if something else sold out, but earlier this morning stuff was still there. So the Rings of Love designer paper, it coordinates with our Rings of Nature stamp set and die set that's in the mini catalog, okay? The Pool Party and Soft Sea Foam cards and envelopes, they've been sold out for like almost at least a couple of weeks. They've been really popular. So Stylish Sketches was still there this morning. We are using today this silver and gold designer paper. This paper is really sweet. Let me just, as long as we're talking about it, we'll talk about it now. So there's only, there's two designs, okay? And each design come in gold and silver. I've been using this, and I've only got one, I only bought one, or chose one package. So, so it's got like, this one's got like the silver dots on it, okay? And then we have the silver wavy stripes on this one, and then we've got the gold dots and the gold stripes. So it's kind of a neat card or paper to have, and hopefully you like what I did with this today, okay? There's 24 sheets in the package, okay? And that's with you get that for free with a $50 qualifying order, okay? All right, so then we're also going to use this stamp set, Amazing Phrases. There's a lot of possibilities with this set here, so that one's really cool. And then we have, let's see, the camper or the tree lot dies are totally gone. So if you didn't get them and they were on your list, you missed out. I missed out. I totally forgot to get them. So I'm going to be trying to hunt down a pair for myself, a set for myself. And this coordinates with a stamp set that's in our mini catalog, okay? And then we have this Wonderful World stamp set and designer paper. We're going to use that today. It's gorgeous paper. I just wish we could have gotten refills of that so we could keep making more and more cards, okay? And then, of course, there's always a host stamp set. So, so you can, with a qualifying order of, I think it's 300, you earn this for free, okay? Whether you place a $300 order for yourself or you host a party and earn that for free. So that's the fresh pomegranate set. Okay, so what's new? So on the More and Celebrate, and I'm sorry I don't have a better flyer, is the Timber 3D embossing folder, the Flowers at Home dies. We're going to use that today. The silver foil specialty pack, we're using that as well. And I was going to write down how much these things cost, and I didn't. At a $50 level is the gingham embossing folder, the seashell embossing folder, and brushed metallic cardstock as well. That's really pretty. It's like the bronzy kind of look to them, coppery look. And then, of course, Dots and Spots die. That's a really popular die as well. And our craft gift boxes, I believe 10 of those come in a package. And then we have the Daffodil dies, which is a $100 level. That is an amazing die set. And then the Aspen Tree dies, which are really a really beautiful die set. But there's no telling when any of these will sell out, okay? So they've got limited quantities on everything. So, okay. And then I just want to give you a sneak peek of what's coming up in September. So in September, so in case you're like ordering stuff and you might want to wait till September 1st, there are 6 stamp sets that are in our mini catalog, and they have come out with a matching die set that you could get the bundle, or you can just get the die set alone. So we've got the Apple Blossoms, the Fresh Cut Stem dies, and I'll be sharing this in my newsletter, upcoming newsletter. This little piggy bundle, look at the dies in that one right there. It's got a cute little pull behind wagon and dies that cut out all the piggy stamps. So really fun, and lots of other little type embellishment stuff. There's the Trimming the Tree bundle. This is in our annual catalog, okay? Waterfall dies. This stamp set, you know, I'm not sure where that is. I'm not sure if it's in the mini or the annual, but look at all the dies in there. There's, how many dies there's 31 dies in that waterfall, the waterfall dies. Wow. And then, of course, finally, we have the Yeti dies that go with the Yeti to Party. That's in our mini catalog. So, fun stuff coming up September 1st. And customers can order it to them. But if you take advantage of the Join Kit now in August and purchase it for $99, you get to choose $125 free. And any one of these could be added into your starter kit. Plus, there's a fabulous planner that that comes with the Join Kit as well. Okay, so hi Colleen, welcome. So let's get to stamping because I have a ton to share. We are going to start out with the, let's see, what are we starting out with, Nancy? We're starting out with the Splendid Day designer paper. This paper is, are we starting out with that? Hang on. No, we are starting with, yeah, we're starting with this, okay? With the Wonderful World designer paper. So I wanted to show you this. This is a $100 level, and that comes with the matching stamp set, which, yes, I got to figure out what I did with it. Oh yeah, it's over here, Nancy. Okay, hang on. I got all kinds. I got 3 cards to share with you guys today. So this is the Wonderful World stamp set. So no words in this. It's just stamped images and stamped images only, okay? So let's look at this gorgeous paper. It's two-sided, and I love this, this purpley color here. And then this is a perfect designer paper here that you can fussy cut out here. All these images are easy to fussy cut. We're going to use some of these today. I think we have this leafy viney design here, okay? And on the back side is this gorgeous paper. I love these colors together. They are just so soft and warm. It's just beautiful designs. Okay, this one, I don't know what you want to call it, but that's the design on that one. And then we have these gorgeous little petite flower images. So I wanted to kind of show you, this is what I was playing around before, and I didn't have a chance to make a card, but I used my square stylish shape die, and it cuts these out really nice. And so that was, I just kind of started cutting a row. Let me think here. So probably like every other row, you can do that. I mean, you'll have to strategically cut your paper. I think this was the bottom. So, you know, I think you could still be able to get, if you wanted to do this, out of all the rows except for the bottom here. I don't know where I cut that one. So, but I think you can, yeah, you can still get that one out of there, okay? This is the bottom. I must have cut off from there. So, lots of fun little embellishments. I got to think about how I'm going to put these on a card front. It could just be simple on a note card with maybe a little bit of cardstock layered underneath and maybe some ribbon. I don't know. I'll let you know when I just can, when I figure out what to do. So aren't they just pretty? So let's see what else we got. And here's another one here. These have got little petite ones as well. And we got little tiny petite ones. These are really sweet. And this one's really pretty too. Nice and soft. I need to make a card with this. And then here we got this great background. I'm thinking this is like a razzleberry, rich razzleberry. And then we've got this green design. And then these yellow stripes. I love these yellow stripes. Makes a great background. Okay, so that is the Wonderful World designer paper, okay? So let's start out with our card. I've already, how many of Fussy Cut are great fussy cutters? I just wanted to give a little tip about fussy cutting. I've kind of done the majority of it. You guys see that right there? I've done the majority, okay? I like to leave like a little bit of a die cut edge around it when I'm fussy cutting. So the trick, several people say that their points look sharp, okay? So the way to do it is to hold your scissors still, okay, other than squeezing your scissors so that, you know, they close as you go. So you kind of like open up your scissors all the way and get started. And it's the paper that moves, okay? You're just gently squeezing your scissors and moving your paper around, okay, to create that die cut edge that we all love, okay? So it just find some paper kind of similar to this where you just spend time fussy cutting the whole page, and then by the time you're done, you are going to feel like a pro, okay? So I can't, you know, when you're trying to learn a task, you want to learn it more than once, or you don't do it more than once. So try to do it several times until you master it, okay? Yes, Ellen, the postage stamp punch can also cut out those small embellishments too. It's a little bit more tight. That's why I was doing the square, but it can definitely do the postage one as well. Okay, so we got our stamped image. We're going to set that. Well, we're going to put some dimensionals on this, okay, because we're going to use quite a few dimensionals. And I think I want to pull out some mini ones so I can these a little bit, so I don't have to worry about them overlapping. I want to get these smaller pieces so that they have a little bit more stability. Okay, let's put that one there, and then let's just add another one there. Okay, lots of dimensionals, right? Okay, so we got our flowers dimensionalized. So remember I said I love this striped yellow paper, so we're going to use this. So let's adhere that to this Daffodil Delight cardstock. And this is a new glue, so I got to remember to tread lightly with it so I don't get lots of globs with it, okay? So using new glue for something like this is a great way to get rid of some of it. Okay, so this is just a hint of yellow, and really a hint of yellow. I must have like cut this wrong because that's barely a hint. Okay, so we got a hint of yellow here, okay? Yes, what are we doing here, Nancy? I gotta look at my sample here, everyone. So we're gonna go and, do I want to do that now? Yeah, we're gonna go and just adhere this to the base. I'm using thick white cardstock. I love using that for my bases nowadays. Okay, so let's adhere this to our base. Yeah, we're using so many dimensionals on that. Okay, then I pulled out this piece of vellum. I used the scallop contour dies to die cut this piece of vellum. But we all know when we glue adhere vellum, it shows through, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna attach our flower to the vellum first and our greeting, okay? So I've already pre-stamped a greeting on here. I'm just gonna kind of get an idea how I want my greeting. I think that'll work good. Okay, so let's add this to our vellum first and pull off all these massive amounts of dimensionals, and let's see, I cut my finger on a pair of scissors, so I had to cut it or cover it up with a band-aid because I was bleeding all over the place. Okay, and it's more difficult to work. Yikes. Okay, so let's I'm just gonna kind of arrange my vellum just so I get a better idea how I want this to look. Okay, we're gonna do that, and then let's add some dimensionals to this as well. You know what, we're gonna kind of go up and down here. There we go. All right, so it's a great day to be inside if you're here in central New York where it's hotter than blazes out. All right, what do you think? Isn't that just, that's kind of gorgeous by itself, isn't it? So now we can see when we turn it over just exactly where we can add adhesive, and we don't have to go crazy, you know, with it. So we're just gonna add a little bit of adhesive. Okay, so I've got just a little bit of adhesive on there, and now we can add this to our card front. I love the look of vellum over top of designer paper. I think it just really softens up our designer paper. Isn't that pretty? These flowers are just absolutely gorgeous. Okay, so this is what I need you guys to help me decide. I should have asked this sooner. So I've got this new in color metallic ribbon. So what do you guys think of that? Or should we go with this white crinkly seam binding? Okay. So, well, let me know your thoughts. What would you like? Either the metallic ribbon to make a bow or this white seam binding? Okay. And while we're figuring that out, I want to show you where I got this Thinking of You stamp, okay? This is in our mini catalog, and there's a lot of great words in here. It's called Very Best Occasions. So we've got Christmas, just kind of like sending smiles for every moment of your special day. I think that's really sweet. Endlessly grateful, love and comfort, or comfort and love. Love you, mean it. You know, happy birthday, love you, miss you. You're the best ever. Another Christmas one, and more Christmas. So, all right, so we've got 2 whites and 2 metallics. Okay, who's going to be the tiebreaker? Okay, I need one more tiebreaker. All right. Okay, so this is really, make sure you check out this set here, because it's just really, I love all the different fonts it has with it too. Okay, Linda's our tiebreaker, so we're gonna go with white. Okay, all right, so, and I have a white one all tied up. I'm going to show you, I do have another sample with the metallic green. Okay, and let's add this with a glue dot. Let's see here. Got a glue dot here, and I should have thought about this. I think we're just going to kind of pop it over here in the corner, and let's we can trim this. Okay, I always like to trim my ribbon afterwards, then I can visualize it better. Okay, so what do you think? Does it need any bling on there? I hadn't thought about bling, so I'll have to add it later, but I almost think I like the simplicity of it just by itself. What do you guys think? All right, so let me show you a picture, the other one with the metallic green. So here's the other one here with the metallic. So do you change your mind and like the metallic better or the white? Okay, and I'll post these too on my on my blog. Okay, so there we go. I think they both look great. Okay, and what are we gonna, how are we gonna finish off the envelope? We're gonna finish off the envelope with this beautiful petite flowers. So I think that looks gorgeous to have that together. I really want to make more of these. I wish there was more of this white yellow striped paper, but I'm sure there's other designs. I haven't, this is all I've really played with it. So, okay, let's move on to card 2. Okay, what are we doing next? So card 2 is using, remember this Fabulous Splendid Day? It's a specialty paper. You like them both, but the white stands out more with me. Okay, Linda, great. So this specialty paper on one side is like this metallic sheen type color, you know, paper, like almost not really like a, similar to a foil, but the paper's thin, and the other side is just, you know, basic standard with the design on it, and it's just fabulous. I love this paper. Okay, so we're also, I want to show you the silver, whoops, I forgot a piece here. The silver metallic that is a Sale-A-Bration choice. Okay, it's like this gorgeous shiny bright silver, and then it kind of turns down into like these purpley type grays. This one is like a really matte finish, and this one kind of has like, can you see the lines in there? It's like it's etched. It has etching in it, so that's really cool. Okay, so we are gonna move to using the stamp. No, we're not gonna use the Stamp-A-Radish yet. We are going to, we're gonna use our Stamp Cut and Emboss first, okay? So let me grab this and this. We need, we're gonna use the, yeah, what's the name of this? This stitched greenery, I think is what it's called. So we're gonna use that. And we are going to take these strips here and die cut them, okay? So this was an idea that was shared on the Stampin' Up! Homepage, okay? So I'm gonna just, these are I made these 7/8 of an inch wide, and I'm going to just try to butt them up as best as I can next to each other, okay? And I've got it, and I think it's okay if you have your die standing, you know, upright, because this is the die cut edge that's upright, okay? So this is the stitched edge, because I want the pattern to be right next to each other, okay? And you could do like 4 sets of these, like, and then cut them apart, like bigger pieces of paper and cut them apart, but they all wouldn't be like lined up in the same exact spot. All right, so I'm gonna just run this through. Thank you, Margaret. I'm glad you're hopping on. Yep. Yes, I love. Wait till you see the last card. Oh, it is gorgeous. We're gonna do more. We're gonna do some embossing too today. So lots of kind of techniquey stuff that's really easy to do. Okay, so look at that. So it works just the same. So the worst part is you might just need like your pick tool or something to just pick these off, because they're stuck on there. The stitching really sticks on there. So I'm going to just, there we go, just try to find an edge to lift them. I'm trying to keep them in order as how they were cut. So when I lay them on my card base, they're going to be all set, and I'm not going to need to match them up. Okay, just make sure if you wrinkle the edge that you smooth it down. Okay, this is a fun background die to have. I don't use it as much as I should. I need to just remember to use it, right? Okay, so we are going to take basic white cardstock, and we're going to just adhere these to this. Okay, I got to think here. So I want this. I need to just kind of think about how they're going to go on. Okay, and I'm going to use Tombow glue, so I've got the wiggle room to move them around. All right, try not to add too much glue, and hopefully I cut these right. It's just going to be a hint, okay? A hint of white color on this. So I'm going to just kind of leave it there. I'm not going to press it down too hard in case I want to move it here before I'm done. Okay, so I'm going to do the 2 outer edges first. All right. And I feel like I'm just really getting just a hint. All right, I definitely got to check this. Was this right? There we go. So let's add these 2 next, and now I can really see a little better. You see how I'm looking to see how the stitching went? So that way it kind of like your design kind of flows. I might not have done that perfectly right, but that's okay. I feel like I'm off. Let's pick up and move these just a little bit more. There we go. And it doesn't have to be perfect, you know. I mean, I got a little bit of a hint there, and there's quite a bit of evening spacing there. So that's what we've done. We've adhered our strips. So they started with a sketch with this. So that's what I kind of did, was start with a sketch, and I was pulling the colors that were in that Wonderful World designer paper. Okay. So now we're going to pull in our Stamp-A-Ratus. Okay. Because I want to stamp this image on here. They, I believe, put these all together, maybe held it down with some washi tape or something and stamped the image. But I am going to just stamp it the way it is, okay? So I'm going to put this in here and add this and that. I'm going to just kind of, yep, I think that'll work. So I'm using Stamp-A-Ratus because I want to make sure I get a great image. Does the Tombow ever sneak through? I don't feel it. Because it's not really, you're not using a ton. You don't really want a heavy flow. You want more like a pencil line gal. So, so I think that will help you. Okay. So let's ink this up. Okay. And we will press this into place. Maybe one inking will do it. But I think down in here, I want a little bit more. Okay. And I did get a little bit on the white, but that's okay. Whoops, my next project is tipping towards me. Hang on. There we go. Maybe if I hadn't pressed so hard. All right, so we've got our stamped image in there. So you could be careful. See, those just snap together. So be careful when you're using that. I'm going to just put this in there so my grid paper stays clean. So we've got our stamped image, okay? And let me put this here so it doesn't fall. Now we're going to, I'm going to find my sample. What did I do with it? Here we go. Got a sample there. We're going to add in, oh, I'm not done with the big shot yet, but we've got this. All right, so let's set that aside. I forgot about that. We're going to pull in the Amazing Thanks dies, okay? And I want to show you a really cool die cutting tip, okay? So, because this is, I've already die cutted the gold, all right? So it's thin and flimsy, and this would be really, really hard to add dimensionals to it. So what we're going to do is, we're going to take our die. I took some thick white cardstock, basic cardstock, and I adhered 2 pieces together. I just ran Tombow here and glued 2 pieces together. Okay, and let's pull our die cutting thing back in here, our stamp cut and emboss machine, and then let's die cut this word. Here we go. We're going to use the word amazing, right? Because you guys are all amazing. So let's just die cut this. It'll go through the 2 layers. You could use adhesive sheets as well. I'm going to just run it through twice. Okay. All right. I think that will do it. Sometimes if it doesn't come all the way through, and if you need to run it through a second time, just change the positions, okay? You don't all the time want it to go straight, more like an angle, so it's not like curling your it's not curling your die cut, okay? If it's really, really long, because we want those dies to last, right? Okay, so this does a really good, you know, you're just going to take your time and poke it out of here, all right? You just want to pop it out by just taking your time. And it does, you know, there might be like in this curve, inside curves here, you just need to take a little bit extra time, and then you can poke out the rest of these insides, okay? They'll fall out too, all right? But I've already got one all ready here to go, where so I had the 2 layers of thick, okay, from this, and then just the 1 layer of gold that I've already adhered together. All right, so I just kind of ran some Tombow glue down it, or you could use an adhesive sheet, okay? All right, so we've got our amazing. So we're going to add this to our card base, all right? And whoops, I'm falling apart here again. Let's move that there, and I gotta look at my sample here. So let's put this on here. This is fine to just go. Not a ton of dimensionals today, huh? Usually, lots of times I would dimensionalize this layer, but not today. I think the black just makes this pop. I had thought about doing colors, but the black just kind of makes that pop, okay? So we've got that, and now we're going to put our amazing on with some Tombow. Let's see. try to not be too aggressive with it and have a ton on it, okay? Like thick lines. Okay, so let's just kind of put that there. There we go. We've got amazing. And then we're going to take "You Are" out of that, yeah, what's the name of this set? Amazing Phrasing. This is one of our Sale-A-Bration choices. So let's just stamp that. Oh, I don't like that. Okay. Let's do this one more time. There we go. We are going to just, you know what? I think I'm going to kind of like angle this. How's that look? And then just kind of angle this as well. Oh yeah, I like that better. Isn't that kind of cool? And then let's add some dimensionals here, okay? Hi, Jean and Elaine. Thanks for joining in today. So this is a fairly easy card. There we go. What do you guys think? And I didn't cut anything. I'd put some white in here, and I might layer it on one of the colors here that maybe the yellow or the Flirty Flamingo on the inside, as well as another mat. So here's my original card here. I think they both look great. So here I just left it straight, but I think I like the angled look. What do you guys think? So simple, easy stamping. You don't necessarily need a Stamparatus, but I think it's helpful when you're to make sure you get a really good image. So, okay. All right, so there's card number 2, right? And here, let me show you what this looks like here. Here I didn't like separate the lines, and I just kind of glued them all together. What do you guys think of that? I think I like it with the white inside. So I redid it and did this instead. But anyways, okay. All right, glad you like that. Okay, so finally, let's move on to Flowers of Home. This is a die set that's a, is it 50 or 100? I can't remember. Don't have that. Let's see here. It's the $100 qualifying purchase. Okay, so it coordinates with our Blessings of Home stamp set, and I have used this a lot. I love this, and both of these. These are great for coloring, or you're also going to see it just embossed. Okay. You know what? I forgot to grab a piece of scrap here. We're going to do a little bit of embossing. Okay. Get a smaller piece here. So we're going to start with this piece here. We're going to use this, and I want to we've done embossing before, but for those who are new, I want to share with you how to emboss. So I've got my stamp mounted. You need a Versamark pad, and I forgot my Embossing Buddy. I'm using silver embossing powder, okay? And I've got my brush and tweezers, but let me grab a buddy here. I think. Maybe not. Here we go. Whoops. Okay, everything's falling out, right? Okay, let's grab the Embossing Buddy, because this is kind of a cool thing. How do you use it? It's like a, I don't know, there's powder in here. So you're just going to brush it across. This helps reduce any stack that you have on your cardstock, okay? And let's put this here, because I always get powder everywhere, right? Lots of times with Versamark, I love to have my stamp upside down and then just lightly tap the stamp. I'm not pushing down, I'm just tapping it, okay? This kind of helps not get too much down into all your crevices of the stamp, so that way it doesn't make it like a really thick emboss, over embosses your line a little bit. okay? And don't press too hard either, but press enough so the powder sticks to it, okay? And I just simply, because I'm using the tray, and look at that, the powder resisted it. I'll just give it another little fleck there, and let's heat this up. It only take a minute, and let this heat up for a minute. So I want you to watch how this heats up, but let me see if I can zoom in a little bit more for you. Okay, there we go. All right, so let's grab our tweezers here, because once your heat gun is heated up, then it doesn't take long for this to go, and watch the magic happen. Okay, I like to just kind of have it off about an inch or so, and you're just going to, can you see it yet? I gotta turn this a little bit differently. Hopefully you can start to see some of the magic happen. Now that powder will turn nice and shiny, and you want to make sure you get all your tips and areas melted so it doesn't brush off. Okay. All right, here we go. It's really quick. So you could have stamped up a whole bunch of these images on cardstock and waited to heat emboss them all at the same time. As long as you don't disturb the powder, it's totally fine. You could even leave it like that for days. So you like the white between. Okay. Okay, thank you, Margaret. Yes, I think I prefer the white. Okay, so look how nice and shiny. Hopefully you guys can see that. It's nice and shiny now, okay? Well, I've already used the die, and I've already got one die cut, okay? So, I've embossed a piece of white here with the Quatrefoil Tile Embossing Folder. It's one of our thin ones, okay? And we're going to layer that on that gorgeous, shiny silver, okay? So it's just a hint here, all right? I need some glue here, so let's add some Tombow to this. And I needed a wedding card, so this was my inspiration to get that wedding card done, right? And in the meantime, I got lots of samples here. More, so that way, and we're pulling in that Sale-A-Bration designer paper with the silver wavy stripes there. So we're going to add this to the center of this scallop die, okay? So let's do that. There we go. Spread this around a little bit more, okay? Okay, so we'll just add this to the center. So we got just that little hint of the silver, which I love. All right, what else are we gonna do? So let's set that aside for a minute, and we're gonna fold our note card. I love note cards. So we're gonna use a note card here, and I need a bone folder. I always like to redo that. And then we're going to completely cover this card front with our designer paper, okay? So let's add some Tombow glue to this. Don't get too close to the edge so it doesn't ooze all the way out. All right. I like to start at the fold and work my way across. I want to make sure I've got a straight edge there and there. So if there's anything that needs to be cut, it's on this edge. And hey, it looks pretty darn good, okay? There we go. All right, so we've got that. So we're going to put this on next, and this is going to be flat, all right? Not a ton of dimensionals on this card. We're just going to center this. Aren't you loving this silver? I just think it looks so elegant. It could be a great sympathy card, or just a nice set of note cards too, okay? So let's dimensionalize this. I'm going to pull in the outer edges because it's got like, this one's got like that little tiny tab there. So let's put those in those skinny spots, and I need to cut apart a few more of these. I love using up every single piece of my dimensionals. There we go. Oops, that didn't poke out. There we go. Let's see. Okay, so has anybody got a wedding card that they need to make? Because you're going to love this, I think. I'm just got to pick and choose what salutation. I might have, I don't know, because it's a customer who wants the wedding card, so I need to talk with her to see what she wants to say on the inside. But I just wasn't sure as to how to add anything more to the outside. Which way do I want to go? I think we'll go straight up and down like this. So what do you guys think? Isn't that just gorgeous? All that like white and silver tone on tone. Oh, Anne's got a wedding to go to? All right. So this is a great idea. All right, so we'll add a white bow to that. We'll use the crinkled seam binding. That's kind of nice and soft and petite. And dimensionals. Everything is disappearing here. There we go. Well, I guess I did grab it. Trying to hide it in the middle there a little bit. So let's just add it here in the middle of that stem, and let's give it a trim. There we go. Okay, what do you guys think? Do you love it? And then simply pair it with this envelope. I think it's sweet. So it could be even a sympathy card, but definitely I think it looks wedding enough, don't you think? All right, so let me show you another idea, okay? So what do you think of this one here? This one I use the, do I have the sample? I don't know where the designer paper is. The Splendid Day that I showed earlier with that silver metallic, okay? Isn't that just gorgeous? I think. I'm being being boastful here today. It's just a nice silvery background. And you could do like, there's like a copper color too. I think my thing here fell. Here's this. So you could do like the coppery color for maybe a 50th anniversary. And just these are just gorgeous, I think. So I need to make more of these in the different colors. All right. So in case you don't like no cards, okay, you could step it up and do a full size card. What do you think of that? But it was killing me to use this much metallic underneath, okay, because that's like a quarter sheet, you know, or 1/6 of a sheet there. So it was just killing me to use that much foil. And then here's this one again, and this one I just did a white layer. What do you think of the, can you see the white layer okay? There. So it's just kind of like the tone on tone white underneath there with that other Splendid Day designer paper. Okay, I know. I love the silver and white too. I was just, I just was procrastinating about making this wedding card, and then I'm like, okay, Nancy, Sale-A-Bration, let's get with it here. So I think I'll kind of see what choice she wants and what greeting she wants. But I like this one too. I think I like the bow on the ribbon on this one as well. So okay, I hope you guys are feeling inspired. Don't forget, if you want to place an order, oh, you know, the July, I didn't change it in here, but it's up on the August host code is up on my blog, okay, on my website. So you can find it there. I did change it there. But I didn't change it in here because I didn't get into here soon enough into my software here for that. Let's see, what else do I need to tell you guys? So Sale-A-Bration ends August 31st. Let's see. Oh, Paper Pumpkin. If you guys have not subscribed to Paper Pumpkin, I got a video I'm going to share on here on the Facebook page. So see the artwork with this August Paper Pumpkin with the sunflowers. It is absolutely beautiful, and I would hate for you to miss out on it. Okay, so check that out. And then there's also a new Christmas kit in the kit collection that I think it's here on the Facebook page, or it might also be on my blog too. I can't remember. But anyways, it'll be there. I'll share with that there as well, and also in my newsletter. So if you're not a newsletter subscriber, make sure you sign up for my newsletter so you get project sheets when I do, every time it's sent out. And that's it. So if you have any questions, if you need help ordering, you want to join my team, we're a small but mighty group. We're getting ready for a team event next weekend, so I'm excited about that. So I'm in the plannings of that. So hopefully it all comes together between now and next Saturday. And I'm so glad you guys love the cards. So Gail has a question. Let me look at questions. Whenever you have a lot of paper you love, that is only going to get covered up. I use a die. Yes, I had thought about using the dies, but so you could, like, on the inside of like this. So what Gail is talking about, let me grab this layer here, this card here. I gotta go this way. This card here that has the silver, like on a whole mat, that's the silver mat. You could die cut in the center and nobody will know any difference that you've die cut something out, because the designer paper is going to cover it up. So if there was like, I don't know, maybe a label you wanted to layer or something, smaller labels, you could definitely die cut some images or punch an image out of it. So definitely right. Oh, Colleen, I'm so glad that you love those silver cards. They are fun. They're not hard to do. So get out your heat gun and silver embossing powder and just go to town. Stamp a whole bunch of images to use on a card, even like it could just, even if you didn't have like really gorgeous designer paper with silver in it, it could be like an embossed background that look really special too when you're using silver and white together. So I've done the emboss on this smaller one, but you could do a different design on this larger where the designer paper is, and that would look really special. I'm trying to keep the light off this. It's hard. So I hope that helps, and I hope it inspires you and you have fun. I'm not sure if this one needs something more, but I'm going to look at that some more. Anyways, so have a great day. Have a great weekend. Stay cool. Hopefully we get some rain. We're lacking rain here. So that way it nourishes everybody's gardens and the farmers' crops and everything. So have a great day. Have a great rest of your day. And thank you so much for tuning in. Bye-bye, everyone.